The Bar Harbor Bank and Trust Secured Visa Card is primarily designed to help individuals build or rebuild their credit while strengthening their personal finances. This credit card functions by linking directly to a dedicated savings account that serves as collateral for the account. When establishing this card, the cardholder must make a minimum refundable security deposit of $300 with a maximum deposit threshold allowed up to $5,000. The ultimate credit limit provided on the card is equal to the exact amount of that initial security deposit, and these deposit products are backed by Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation insurance. This specific financial tool is issued by Elan Financial Services and is always subject to final credit approval. When managing daily expenses, knowing the underlying interest structure helps avoid unpleasant surprises. The variable annual percentage rate for both purchases and balance transfers sits at 27.49%. This rate fluctuates over time with the market based entirely on the prime rate. For those who utilize the card to get cash, the annual percentage rate for cash advances steps up to 29.49%, which also varies alongside the market prime rate. Fortunately, there is no penalty annual percentage rate applicable to this account if a payment slips or a deadline is missed. To entirely avoid paying interest on purchases, cardholders must pay their entire balance by the due date each month, which falls anywhere from 24 to 30 days after the close of each billing cycle. However, interest charges on cash advances and balance transfers start accruing immediately on the transaction date, and the minimum interest charge is never less than $1 if interest is incurred. Evaluating the positive aspects of this card reveals several practical advantages for someone looking to stabilize their financial path. A massive benefit is the complete absence of an annual membership fee, meaning users can enjoy all features without paying a yearly premium just to keep the account open. The card also offers zero fraud liability for unauthorized transactions, meaning cardholders are fully protected against fraudulent purchases if the card is ever lost or stolen, provided they promptly notify the issuer. Keeping tabs on progress is straightforward because the account includes free credit score access through the online portal, offering an educational VantageScore to watch credit numbers change over time. Everyday management is made easier with convenient features like automatic bill pay to handle regular payments effortlessly, account alerts to keep a watchful eye on transactions, and robust online access through mobile apps and web portals. On the flip side, there are several disadvantages and heavy costs that require serious consideration before diving in. The primary drawback is the high interest rates, particularly the 27.49% purchase rate and the 29.49% cash advance rate, which can quickly trap a balance in a cycle of growing debt if not paid off instantly. Transaction costs are also quite widespread across the board. Balance transfers carry a fee of either 5% of the amount of each transfer or a $5 minimum, whichever happens to be greater. Getting cash is equally costly, as convenience check cash advances charge 5% or a $5 minimum, while automated teller machine cash advances, standard cash advances, and cash equivalent advances all demand 5% of the transaction amount or a $10 minimum, whichever is greater. Overdraft protection costs $10 per instance, and taking the card abroad triggers a foreign transaction fee of 3% on each foreign transaction. Finally, falling behind on obligations results in hefty penalty fees, with both late payments and return payments costing up to $41 each. Looking at this objectively from an educational standpoint, a secured card like this addresses the ultimate pain point of being locked out of the financial system due to poor or non-existent credit. By requiring a security deposit, it reduces the risk for the lender while giving the user a real, functional credit line to demonstrate responsible borrowing habits. It is a tool of pure utility, providing a structured environment where regular, on-time payments can gradually paint a better financial picture for reporting agencies. However, it requires a high level of discipline, as treating a secured card like free money will only worsen the exact credit issues a person is trying to fix. In summary, the Bar Harbor Bank and Trust secured card offers a straightforward, no annual fee pathway to credit improvement, backed by fraud protection and digital tracking tools. However, substantial risks remain tied to the high variable interest rates and the steep penalty fees of up to $41 for late or return payments. Failing to manage the account correctly, such as making late payments or going over the credit limit, carries the explicit risk of severely damaging a person's credit history.